From the culture of the American South, where roots hold stories, comes a natural deodorant inspired by generations of wisdom. Introducing Rootwork, the all-natural foundational Black American-based deodorant infused with the magic of High John the Conqueror root. Our unique blend enriched with this legendary root offers 24-hour protection, rooted in the power of nature. Embrace this deodorant that celebrates culture, history, and your well-being. Unlock the magic of Rootwork today. Experience the pure essence of nature. Visit rootworkstyle.com and make the switch to a healthier, cultural choice.
What's going on with y'all? What's going on with the people? How y'all live? Waiting on y'all to pile on in. How y'all doing this afternoon? I'm early today. We're doing it early. I ain't gonna be on too long because I'll probably do another tap in later on this evening, but I'm just checking in with everybody now. Hope you guys are starting your weekend all pretty good, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys are gonna have a great, safe weekend. MLK holiday next week, so getting ready for that. I know a lot of people have a few days off, so that's what's happening. I'll take some calls from the family in a minute. A few things we got to touch on. Shout out to all the reparationists. People are still pushing for the reparations, keeping that conversation alive. We're keeping that conversation afloat daily as we need, because as we see, stories are coming out every day where a lot of the tax dollars that we have are being allocated towards these non-citizens. I just saw where, I forgot what city it's in, but some of these non-citizens who's coming over here, they're getting a couple of months free rent. They get to stay in apartments for free. Is it a couple of months or a couple of years? I forgot what it was. Will somebody help me? I saw where some of the immigrants, they come in here and they can get either, is it a couple of months or like 2 years free rent that's paid for by the state. So we keep seeing this stuff pop up daily, where just magic money is just popping out of all types of different crevices of society for these non-citizens. That's why we have to stay on our reparations tip. We got to stay on that. We're not going to let these people tell us ain't no money. Oh my God, where's the money going to come from? It will come from the same place they're giving it to these non-citizens. Every day we're seeing money just pop up out of nowhere. There's some kind of secret program that's paying for apartments, plane rides, bus rides, food, job training. This magic money is popping up out of every crevice of society. But when we say we need to be compensated for the historic injustice for the treatment of foundational Black Americans, damn, where's the money gonna come from? Maybe we can give y'all some Bitcoins from China or something. Yeah. Then we got to do all of these studies, committees, and all of that, but we still have to vote for somebody. Now, we need to let this thing grind to a halt if they're not allocating the money that we're supposed to get. We got to really stay on that. And don't let people come around us with that defeatist mindset. Y'all saw I put up a clip from a Twitter space I did a couple of days ago, and there was this Belizean dude popped in talking about, man, we ain't gonna get no money, we ain't gonna get no reparation, man, we ain't gonna get this. I'm like, dude, hold on. Then he said something that really raised my antenna. Man, if we got reparations, man, all we'll do is kill each other for the money. What? I'm like, what? Where are you from, dude? And I looked at his page. He had a couple of Belizean flags on there. See, that's why Foundational Black American, we got to let these violent tethers with their defeatist mentality, don't let them get in our mix. He's speaking from his experience. He comes from a culture of just blatant violence. Over there in Belize, do y'all know that's like one of the top 5 countries per capita with a high murder rate. The murder rate over there is exorbitant. It's a huge murder rate over there. It's like in the top 5. I know in the Western Hemisphere, but I'm thinking in the world per capita, they have a high murder rate over there. So yeah, that's your mentality. If you see somebody who got it immediately, your thought is to knock him in the head and take it. No, no. Generally, that's not how foundational Black Americans think. That's not how we roll like that. Don't let nobody fool you. We don't have a mindset like that. We really don't. You know, that's not how we think. Who is this person giving the thumbs down? Who's this person? Okay, somebody's trying to get attention. Rye, you want to get on? Because you keep making all of these gestures. Rye, you want to get on and say something? Because you're really trying to get attention. Rye, hop on and say what you got to say. Okay, he bounced. All right, well, don't be making all of those gestures trying to get attention. If you got something to say something. All right. But yeah, that's not our mentality. We don't have that kind of mentality. And as long as we're focused, we're going to get what we're supposed to get. It's all up to us to stay focused about it. I'm going to get some of these calls in a second because I see a lot of people trying to request to get on. So we're going to take some calls in a second. Um, Let me see. We got Ozzy and Bone. Either one of you can hop on up.
Hello,
Ozzy and
Tariq.
Bone. What's up, Ozzy?
Hey, man, how's it going? I'm a big fan. Been listening to you for years. First time listener, or a long time listener, first time caller. I just
Yeah,
wanted to say I really support what you're doing, man. My family's Ethiopian, and it's crazy because when you were first talking about how a lot of Africans have a lot of vitriol for African Americans, I could 100% relate to that. I
yeah.
can't tell you how many times my parents tell me, gotta stay away from these black people, they're no good, this and that. But, I'm really supporting you guys, what reparations, 100%. Yeah, that's really all I wanted to say.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Yeah, man. You know that whole thing where it's funny, this whole thing where people tell their children, these people who flee from these places, and we've been telling y'all this is a thing. This is not something we've been making up. We feel that energy. This is why the delineation movement is so strong right now. For years, we've been sitting here talking about we're one big happy global Black family. We've been pushing that line. And these people come over and it's like, while we're sitting here on some kumbaya shit, they're like, hey, you stay away from them niggas. Don't go over there with them. They're telling their people the exact opposite. And then people wonder why we delineate. And the irony is, a lot of the places where these people are talking about stay away from us, because there's a lot of Nigerians who do that, a lot of Jamaicans who do that, a lot of East Africans. The irony is, their countries have the highest murder rate per capita. That's the thing. They're coming from these countries with an enormous high murder rate, and they're talking about stay away from us. We're the least of your worries. We're not doing anything to you. We're the only ones who are helping you. Let's keep it a buck. Foundational Black Americans, we're not harming none of these people. We don't do anything to harm these people. In fact, we help them. Most of your come ups are come ups because of us. But it's stay away from us. And then people wonder why, hey, we're looking at this whole, that Pan African thing a little different. Yeah. What's up, Bone? Hop on, Bone.
Yeah, I appreciate the work you're doing for the community and stuff. And I just started recently watching you like 2021. But I just wanted to point out that Indian Red girl that you in your last broadcast,
Yeah.
she's going around, calling like FBA hard R's and, saying like it's a cult and all types of stuff. Like, and when we were like before that broadcast,
Yeah.
she was like, always in the streams, acting like she was supporting and this and that. But as soon as you went in on like her for saying, oh, like we indie, like when you went in on her on that broadcast, she just went on the other side of the fence. So she just talking shit, calling us dumb, all types of crazy shit. That's all I wanted to point out.
No, yeah. Thank you so much. There's a lot of people around us, and that's why, to be honest, I know what people want us to do another rally in DC this summer, and I've been kind of skeptical, and I'm still a little skeptical because there's a lot of people around us in this movement that are real shady. That's something that we got to really vet people, because you got a lot of people who will sit here skinning and grinning and act like they're huge supporters, and they are undercover ops. They'll turn and flip at the drop of a hat and start talking crazy. Unfortunately, we have a lot of that around the movement right now. We got a lot of that. And I'm talking about some people that got in real close. The last thing we did, man, I'm telling y'all, we had some dirt bag turncoat ass ops in our circle, and I'm talking about dangerously close. So that's making me step back and just kind of analyze people. I'm talking about very dangerously close to what we're doing. So we got to really be careful with how we move around here, because some of these people are dangerous to the point where they'll set you up on some bullshit and get you taken out. It's on that level right now. We got people like that around this thing, and we got to be real careful about that, man. We got to be very careful about it. Let me see. Let's get Poison Rican. All right. Poison Rican. Hop in, Poison Rican. Poison Rican, hop in. Oh, you want to turn your microphone on, sir? Did you drop some Goya powder on your mute button? Unmute your button
What's
and
going
move
on,
the
Tariq?
Goya
How you
powder.
doing,
There
man?
you
Yeah, you know what? I accidentally pressed the button, but let me just say thank you, man. Appreciate everything you do, man, and I'm always a supporter, man. Thank you.
Yes, indeed. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right. Um, we got a lot of folks in here this morning. Let's get the vision. Let's get the vision in here.
Great.
What's up, brother? How are you?
I'm doing well. I just have 2 points I wanted to quickly rattle off to you. First and foremost, the thing that I guess that pisses me off the most about this migrant situation that we have right now is they always give us the trope that Black people need to pull themselves up by the bootstraps, right?
Yeah.
So my thing is, why can't they? We got all these homeless people across America, and I think it's a little disrespectful to them to be just giving them rent-free apartments and displacing children out of their schools and etc. The other
Yeah.
thing I kind
Yeah.
of wanted to touch on, which I don't know if you've been seeing, with the Boeing situation in the plane, where they're trying to blame that on diversity hires. How do you feel about that?
Yeah. You talking about the door that flew open or something like
Yeah.
that? Oh yeah, they always try to do that. Everything, everything that goes wrong, they gotta try to use a code word to try to blame some unknown Black person. So yeah, that's all cap. That's Yeah, the diversity hire, and I said this the other day, that diversity, equity, DEI, diversity, equity, inclusion, that's the new affirmative action slur. They always have to have a slur for us. Everything has to be a slur for us. Affirmative action for decades didn't really benefit us like that, but they were using affirmative action as a slur against us. Affirmative action, this narrative was that the only reason we are in corporate America was because of some affirmative action program, and that we weren't smart enough or we didn't have the wits enough to do it on our own. So affirmative action must have elevated us. That's a projection. Now that affirmative action is out the door, you can't use that no more. You can't use that. So now the new slur is DEI. There was some kind of diversity hire. So it's always this vitriolic trope against us. That's why we need that anti-Black crime bill. That's why that's very important. That hate crime bill, so all of these hateful tropes can not be levied at us at will. All right, let's get Jibola. Jibola wants to get on. Now you've been on. I remember your hairline before, Jibola. I forgot what we were on before, but I remember your hairline. Jibola, you want to hop on? I forgot what we talked about. Jibola, you want to hop on, man? Turn your microphone on. Jibola. Okay. Jibola. Okay. I hate when people get up here in between Postmates orders, knowing that you can't speak immediately, and then request the microphone. All right. Let's get let me see. Let's get some more people up here because Jibola is just up here to kind of stop the momentum. You just want to hop up here and waste time. All right. Let's get what's your name, brother? I don't know what your name is. Smoke Fence Carts, whatever your name is.
Yo, what's going on, brother?
What's going on? So you are a white man, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, indeed. You're a white man who tries to sound black.
Yeah.
So where you from? Where you from?
I'm from Louisiana.
Okay. Where's your family from originally?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Where's your family from originally?
Bro, I'm FBA.
You can't be white in FBA, and I know you guys are ashamed of your European background, but where's your family from originally?
To be honest, I'm not like European. I'm like kind of like white. I'm just a white American.
You like Middle Eastern kind of, because a lot of y'all ain't really
No,
European.
I'm
You
not.
guys
I'm not
white,
like
but
brown. I'm just white. I'm like the unseasoned white. I'm not like a
right. Okay,
European.
all of this talking in circles and kind of trolling your way out of it. This
Okay.
is a lot of these guys are very ashamed of their ethnic background and where they fled from. So
Well,
that's
I
where
didn't come up to
I'm
talk
teaching the
about
black
me. I
family.
was trying to like inform you about
I know you
something.
did. You never want to talk about yourself because you're
Sir, I'm
ashamed.
trying to
So you,
inform you about something.
no. I'm trying to inform you. You got to stop being ashamed of your background.
Well, I did admit that I
FBA
was white.
FBA family. Don't
Sir,
let these people. Don't
sir,
FBA
do
family.
not mute
Don't
me,
let these
sir.
people project their insecurities onto you. This guy is ashamed of his own background. All right. Now go ahead. Now what else you have to say? Go ahead.
Well,
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead, sir.
sir, unmute me. Thank you. Yeah. So,
Let them outside,
have
man.
you heard of a individual? I think he's in like the Dr. Umar crowd. He goes by the name of Shane Michael Jordan. I don't know if you've heard of this guy. He's very
Never heard of him. What about him? Never heard of
he's
him. So
very
what about him?
anti-FBA. He lives at 1217 Carnation Avenue, Metairie,
Okay,
Louisiana.
don't. Why are you giving people's addresses out? What kind of white supremacist shit is that? We don't know this person, and you're giving
This
out
man is
people's
very
addresses.
like anti-FBA.
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Why are you bringing weird stuff up talking about people's
Why are you
addresses?
deflecting, sir?
Why are you giving people's whoever that person is, you're giving their address out?
Why are you deflecting? I'm just trying to, point the way of anti-FBA, man.
But you're anti-FBA.
How am I anti-FBA?
Okay.
I
Boy,
appropriate black culture. I listen to nigger music. If
well,
anything, I'm
sir,
pro-FBA.
well, sir, you would be if your women are jumping on every soul pole imaginable. So yeah, you would want to be that. Of course you would want to be, because your women don't want you. The woman somewhere right now hugged up with
Well,
a
I'm
black
incel,
pole. You
so I
what?
don't have a woman.
Oh yeah, I
If I
know you
did,
don't.
she'd be 14,
I
right?
know you don't. I
She'd
know
be
you don't.
14 and be my
I know
15.
you don't. I
Be
know
my
you don't.
14,
They
actually.
don't want you because you're an insecure
I'm incel,
wannabe.
dude. Yeah, like I'm
You're
incel.
in.
What are you
Well,
talking
sir,
about?
that's a you problem. Don't get mad at us
No, that's
because
not
your
a
women.
that's not an issue.
Don't get mad at us because your women are out here bobbing for poles. You dig? They getting the soul pole in their lives. That's not our problem, sir. That's a you problem. Step it up. All right. Anyway, let's go. Let me see who else we got. All right. Jabola, are you good over there? Do I need to take you out the queue, Jabola? I wanted you to hop on to say what you had to say. All right. We wanted to get a Tether's perspective, but let me take you down because you're not doing anything. All right. Let's get Big King. We'll get Big King in here. All right. Big King. And then East Sider, Big King and East Sider. All right. Either one. There's a lot of people in here already. All right, East Siders.
Hey, what's going on, brother? How you doing? How's everybody doing?
We're good. How you doing, bro?
Oh man, I'm all right. A couple things I wanted to mention. Number one, we got people sitting in the queue too long. Get them on up out of there, bro, because they'll probably spam the jumbotron with some type of nasty porn or that bussy shit. We ain't got time for that.
Right. Right.
Look, I
Yes.
also
Yeah.
wanted to make a note that I'm glad y'all came up with this with celebrating our icons. I put up something earlier about our brother Dr. Khaled. Today is birthday. I'll land there.
Oh yeah. Yes, sir. Happy birthday to our brother Khalid Muhammad. It's very important that we celebrate our icons on our own terms. We don't let the dominant society dictate who we're going to celebrate. We don't let them dictate what holidays we're going to celebrate. We create our own stuff. That's a power move. That's why we have a reticesse. That's why we celebrate the Dr. Welsings. That's why if you go down to the Hidden History Museum here in LA, you'll see a lot of our prominent black icons that we celebrate. Foot fetish. Let's hop on foot fetish.
Hey, Mr. Nasheed.
Hey, Miss Foot Fetish Lady, how are you?
I'm good. I just have two things to say. The first
Hmm.
thing I want to say is I couldn't imagine residing in West Africa and seeing the local people go against their government for something they feel that's owed to them. And to be like, well, even though I'm over here as a resident or immigrant, that's divisive. And all of us should get it. I just really don't get that mindset. The second quick thing I want to say is people say we're not going to get reparations. I just want to say, I feel like even if we don't in our lifetimes, I don't see FBA really backing down and saying, oh, well, they're not going to give us our reparations. It's okay. Let's go back to voting whoever we was voting for at the first time. I don't know in history if there's ever been a time to where a Black group stood up for themselves and demanded something from the government. I think that within itself is something for the history books that we even stood together to fight for reparations. That's all I had to say.
Absolutely. Real talk. Listen, black family, listen. The tethers, they're easily defeated by the white supremacists. The minute the white supremacists deny them anything, they tap out. They tap out and run. The minute white mommy and white daddy says no, oh no, I'm sorry, I asked, is that type of thing. So then they'll try to infuse that failed defeatist mindset onto us. We, as foundational Black Americans, our progress, we don't make it contingent upon them in the dominant society wanting to do it. We already know they don't want to do a damn thing. We have um, the mindset of we don't give a damn what you don't want to do. This is what's going to happen. I want y'all to understand. During slavery, they didn't want to free us. See, they try to rewrite history. You'll have them pop up here talking about, well, we died to free you. No, no, no. Nobody wanted to free us. That was something that we fought for. Most of the country didn't give a damn about freeing us. That was something that we fought for. Remember, before the Emancipation Proclamation, they had something called Jessup's Proclamation that's never talked about. We talk about that in the movie American Maroon. And the Jessup Proclamation was giving Black people in Florida, some of the Black people, their freedom because they fought for it. The Black people in Florida, the Black Seminoles, the Black Maroons, were burning down plantations and killing white supremacists all through Florida. They don't like to talk about it like that. A lot of those counties down there are named after the white supremacists who were killed by Black Maroons and Seminoles. Dade County is one of them, one of the most popular counties. General Dade was a white supremacist who got chopped up into pieces by the Black Seminoles. Go watch the movie American Maroons. They gave Dade that work, and them brothers were running all over Florida, giving them people that work. You understand? They didn't want to give us civil rights. They didn't want to say, hey, let's take the Jim Crow signs down. Let's take those things down. No, no, they didn't say that. We said, hey, you're going to stop this stuff. We had to say that. You see, so it's all contingent upon us. Go ahead, CC Freeman. How are you, beloved?
Hey, how are you?
How are you, dear? What's on your mind,
I'm
dear?
ready to fight.
Yes, indeed.
Sir,
Yes, indeed.
did you say we're not going to have a rally?
I don't, ma'am. I don't know yet.
Sir,
I'm still,
that was a beautiful
man.
rally. You are the
I
you
know.
you led
I
the you
know.
dude, what?
But man, we got some weirdos
Okay,
around us.
Tariq, me and
You,
you,
you know what I'm
I'm pulling
saying?
out the gloves. We're about to fight. We're not having a rally, yay or nay.
I don't know yet.
Dude,
I don't know. I don't
this is
know.
for the
I would
people.
love it.
It's
I know this.
okay, so
I
what we
know
doing? What we
this.
doing right now?
Right now I don't know because right now I'm so busy on this movie American Maroon, and then us doing the rally. That's a lot of work, and then we got these
Okay, but
weirdos.
hold up, Tariq. You're
So I don't know.
Tariq. You're Tariq. The weirdos are the
Yeah,
weirdos. You're
right.
Tariq Nasheed. Tariq Nasheed's rally for reparations was
Hmm.
a feat accompli. And you did
Yes,
that.
indeed.
And we did that. And we're going to keep doing that. Please,
Yes.
sir. I
Hmm.
beg you, please.
Yeah. Again, it's still in the
Okay, just
air.
just
So
remember, I'm going to tell you something about me. You know, I can just drive over to the museum in 10 minutes and roll up on y'all. I will pull up. Okay, all jokes
so,
aside, all jokes aside.
yeah.
Peace, love, and reparations. Let's have the rally, man.
I will let everybody know what's up. It's
Okay.
I'm not saying we ain't, but I'm like, but anyway. But thank you, dear.
All
Thank you,
right
dear.
then.
But yeah, like, hey, you look, I want to do it, and I know we need to do it. But man, dude, we got weirdos around us, man. That's the thing. So that's a task within itself to kind of vet people who come around. You dig? We got riders, but damn, we got to vet these people, man. This shit gets dangerous. It gets real dangerous having these damn ops around us who's close to us, who's actually actively trying to undermine the shit while we're trying to put it together. Y'all don't really understand the shit that went down the last time. It was some real shaky oppy shit going on behind the scenes that we are finding out. Some of these people that we thought were cool who are not cool at all. You know? What's up, Garvey? And then I'm gonna get my brother Terrain in here. Garvey, what time is it? I gotta get my kids from school in a minute. What's up, Garvey? Hop on. Garvey? Okay, Garvey, we're gonna give you about 10. Okay, he dropped out. Okay. Okay, Terrain. Let's get brother Terrain in here.
What's good, brother Tariq? How you doing today?
I'm good, brother Terrain. How are you, sir?
I'm maintaining, man. I'm on the road traveling, so it may be kind of choppy, but it's shield season, brother. January is here. It's 2024, and the shields are out in force. Um, if you pay attention to some of the conversation going on around politics, man, it's just nuts seeing how, on the one hand, Biden is the most powerful president we've ever had. On the other hand, he can't do nothing. On the one hand, he doesn't need Congress's authority to drop bombs, but on the other hand, to pass some legislation, he needs Congress's approval. I never seen this level of doublethink happen in modern politics since the Bush administration, man. It's just fascinating seeing how people are going out. They even turning up on the people who they used to love. Now they coming to Tiffany Cross because she said that she's not all the way in the back of Democrats. She's voting strategically. But they loved her when she was saying you and the ghost of Kevin Samuels and me were forcing people not to vote, forcing black men not to vote. That was wild.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So yeah, it's interesting now, man. The Democrats, they're scrambling. They don't know what to damn do. They know what they should do. All they have to do is give us the tangibles we need, but they're trying everything under the sun to get us on the train without giving us something. That's the whole name of the game. How can we keep these Negroes on the treadmill without actually giving them tangibles? And they don't really have no other play. And we're not falling for none of the stuff. That's what they're saying. We're not falling for none of the going to the church singing. We're not falling for the Jim Clyburn fish fry. We're not falling for the minority coalition because we have a delineation movement. And that's the thing that really put a monkey wrench in the game. They weren't expecting us to delineate so hard the way we're doing because they've always used the hey, we all oppress minorities in the same boat. Now we need to look out for each other against these evil white peoples. That's the thing. And they have us thinking that all of these other immigrant groups have the same mindset and they look at white supremacy the same way, and they don't. They look at white supremacy as something that they can aspire to because they want to be classified as white. That's different from how we think. And as we see some of these other black immigrant groups, because they'll try to use the black immigrants. Well, some of these immigrants are black like you. And when you talk to these immigrants, they're like, no, I ain't like them niggas. In fact, I want to stay away from them after I get some of this money. Some of these other black immigrant groups only become black when there's a Juneteenth check somewhere. It's all about stay away from the Akatas. But right around Juneteenth, all of a sudden, we see a bunch of tethers with red, black, red, white, and blue shirts on talking about, yes, we suffered during slavery. I want a check. You did? When the reparations conversation pops up, now the tethers are sitting up here with their little ashy fingers like, hey, what about me? I'm black. You did? So we got to watch the conversations here. And you have other people, some of the woke folks talking about reparations should be for everybody. Ain't that Umar says that bullshit? Talking about all black people should get reparations. Like, nigga,
Hey,
how?
Tariq, do you mind if I
Well,
chime in real quick?
go ahead, Ninja. How are you?
Hey, how you doing? Hey, I was just curious as to what you think about Dr. Thomas Sowell and his views on reparations, because he pretty much thinks it's a fucking joke. He doesn't find it very practical, and he doesn't think it's going to benefit black people in any sort of measurable way long term. And that's your fucking OG. That's like the OG of the fucking FBAs right there. So, like, to that, what do you say?
Whose OG is he? How is he How is he my OG or any other foundational Black Americans OG?
Because he's much older. He's much older than you.
Just because you're OG don't make you OG, but just because you're older don't make you an OG. He's just an
I mean,
OG.
by definition, it does.
No, it doesn't. He's just an old nigga trying to get some money from white people, and I commend him. I look, I'm a fan of Thomas Sowell because he hustles white supremacists. He says what they want to hear, and they give him money. It's a hustle. So I'm not even mad at Thomas Sowell. Of course he's going to say that. They're paying him to say that. He gets money from think tanks. He's conning the hell out of these white supremacists. I love that dude for that. So I'm not even mad at him. And black, we don't take him seriously because we see he's conning them. So we kind of low key pop our collar to him. But reparations. Now Nina, where's your family from? You're a Hispanic? Are you Hispanic?
Fuck no, I'm not. I'm black, white, Japanese.
Oh, okay. Yeah, who's Japanese? Your mom or your dad?
My mom.
Okay. Who's white?
My grandmother, my dad's mom.
Okay. And your dad is
my dad's
so
half black, half white.
Half white. Okay. Where's your dad from?
He's from here, California, West Virginia originally.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Is your dad a descendant of slaves from Virginia?
Yes.
But he's half white. How did that happen?
Because his father married a white woman.
Really?
So, I mean, yeah.
What year was this? Because Virginia was, now I'm trying to look at the timeline to see if it makes sense. Now, around what year was this?
Fuck. Let's put it this way, dude. My grandfather came to California. He got here in the 1950s. So
I'm just trying to see, because Virginia, remember, Virginia, that was very illegal for a black man to marry a white woman.
Well, perhaps they weren't. Perhaps they didn't get married till they got to California. What's the point, though? What's your point? I mean, you kind of.
I'm just trying to make sense of your timeline. That's all. I'm just trying to.
I think you're trying to assassinate my character or something. Is honestly what it is. You're trying to find dirt on me. You're not going to find it. You're not going to find it. I'm solid as fuck, Tariq.
No. You solid, but you're listening to Thomas Sowell. So how are you solid? That raises an antenna. So why are you up here?
Who gives a fuck? Because I watched a couple of his interviews. I'm sus now.
Yeah, and you're very defensive. Why are you getting so defensive? And you're listening, because anybody listening to Thomas Sowell, that's questionable. That's real questionable.
Why is that? You said you.
Let me ask you this: How do you feel? How do you feel about reparations? Do you think you deserve or we should get reparations? How do you feel about it?
Okay, and put it this way: I don't need your fucking reparation. You take them and shove them up your ass. I don't need your fucking reparation.
Okay, watch your mouth. First of all, your voice is too thin and frail for you to sound tough. Why are you using so much profanity? Are you trying to? Do you think you sound tough?
No, what I'm telling you, yeah, I am a tough.
Stop that. Brother, you don't sound tough at all. So stop with all the gratuitous profanity. Stop it. You don't sound tough. So let's cut that out. Now, what do you feel about reparations?
Why do you hate? I just told you. Okay. I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it. You can shove it up your fucking ass. And I think it's weak.
Watch your mouth, little potty mouth moist boy. You're not tough. And I don't think you have any FBA in your family. You sound like a little tether trying to tether off of our movement. You don't have any FBA in your family. You just made up a backstory because it didn't make sense about your dad. Yeah, you did.
Tariq.
Yes, you did. Yeah,
Okay,
you
hold on.
did. We can tell a lying tether. Yeah, your dad didn't marry no white woman in no damn Virginia at that time. Your granddad, whoever you said it was, because that would mean they would be around in the 1950s and 60s. They didn't marry no damn white woman in no fucking Virginia. So you can stop that lie. That's why you.
I told you that. I told you they weren't married.
Oh no, okay. Now you're backing your story up. Now they had to go to California and get together. So you didn't get your lie together. Okay. As a foundation of Black Americans, see, we know our history and we know the laws around here. So you didn't get your lie backstory. You're a tether. You're some tether from somewhere. Your family, you're an anchor baby somewhere. And that's why you're against reparations, sir.
I mean, it's
That's
kind
what.
of unfair. It's unfair that you keep cutting me off, Tariq. It
No,
really
no,
is.
because you're not going to lie. You're a
I'm
lying.
not. Oh, hold on, just
Okay,
Tariq.
you're a lying tether. Okay, that's the thing. You're a lying. That's why you came in aggressive. We can
I'm not
spot a
aggressive.
we can spot a lying tether from a mile away. And you're not accepted in the Japanese side of your family or the white side. I think it.
Tariq, you got to let me speak, Tariq. That's not fair.
Oh,
It's really not fair.
okay, but no, and you keep using this weird profanity, trying to sound
Okay,
tough.
I will calm down. I will calm down. I will
Calm
calm
down,
down. I'm kind of eccentric. I'm an
and
eccentric,
because
so I'll
that's
calm
another
down.
thing. You think being a foundational Black American is using a bunch of profanity and slang. A lot of you tethers do
No,
that.
it's not.
A lot of y'all tethers do that. Yeah, you get your idea of blackness from rap songs and music videos. That's why you're trying to sound like a gangster rapper or something. That's another red flag. We can spot a tether from a mile away, dude. But go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, Ninja Boy. Ninja, yeah, I don't have you muted, Ninja Boy. Go ahead.
Yeah, you did. I was double muted. I'm here now. So, again, you cut me off so many times. I pretty much lost my train of thought. What do you want to know? Ask your question. Go ahead.
Okay, no, you had so much to say, Ninja Boy,
No,
and
I mean, I'm not aggressive towards you at all. I'm just, again, I asked you about Dr. Thomas Sowell, and you just completely blew up on me at this point. I mean, what's your
I did.
question? You say I'm
Dude,
a phony?
I'm calm as a cucumber. Nobody
Okay,
blew up.
okay. So you say I'm lying about my family history somehow, right?
Yeah, I am. I don't believe there's nobody FBA in your family. I believe you're a 100% tether. You're not in. You have no lineage here on this soil whatsoever. I think
Wow.
you're a family full of anchor babies.
My grandfather, both my grandfather. Look, all the men in my family are Black men. I'm not a descendant from white men. I come from Black men. I don't come from
No,
white men. I
no,
don't come
no.
from.
That don't even make sense because if you got all the white, black, Japanese, and all of that,
No,
it
but I'll
can't.
tell you, like, look, what I'll tell you is my dad's dad is Black. My mom's dad is Black. They just married women that weren't Black. You understand, Tariq?
How
Okay.
does okay? How then? Where the Japanese shit come from?
I
How
just
your
fuck. If you were listening earlier, I told you my mom's mom was Japanese, full blooded Japanese. My mom's dad was a topographer in the Korean War. Okay, he was a map maker in the Korean War, and that's where he met my grandmother. He was stationed in Okinawa. Okay, Tariq.
dude? You didn't change your lineage about 3 or 4 times on
No,
this
no,
phone,
my lineage is so fucking eclectic. I have a lot going on. If you look
and
at my face, you can tell there's a lot going on. Can't you
yeah,
see it?
and you
Look at me.
look
Look
yeah,
at me. Look at me.
yeah, you look
Look
Japanese.
at that
You
fucking
look
beauty. Look at those beautiful genetics. Though. You're not gonna find that nowhere else, Tariq. I haven't.
you look like an Asian dude. So it wouldn't be no grandma. No, you just look like
What do
your
you say?
mama.
What do you mean,
Probably
grandma? What do you mean? What do you mean?
probably your mama's Japanese, right? Well, you tell this boy, y'all be all over the place with your genetics and your lies. You haven't worked it out right. And again, this anti FBA vitriol that you have, because that's the real testament of how you feel.
I'm not.
Yeah, because when you start listening to Thomas Sowell, somebody who gets paid to speak against foundational Black Americans, and when I start talking about reparations, stick it up your ass and all of that weird ass stuff right there, that shows that vitriolic tether
No, but
mindset.
you know what? I'll say this, Tariq. That's
No,
just
no, because you wouldn't think like that about your own lineage. People whose lineage comes from that wouldn't say stick reparations up your ass as if you're an other. You just spoke the truth. You're an other. You're not a foundational Black American, and you don't have FBA lineage. That's why you were so vitriolic towards reparations, sir. We know tethers when we hear them. At this point, y'all not very good at blending in, sir. But anyway, Ninja Boy, any last words? Let me give you the last word to say, sir. Go
No,
ahead.
this is getting good. This is getting good. I can do this all day, Tree. I think you dodging me a little bit, but at the end of the day, any real man doesn't want a fucking handout. You, my granddaddy would tell you, I don't need shit.
Sir, your family, if you come from a family of tethers, fleeing here was a handout, sir. Fleeing here was a handout. Your whole family is a family full of tethers who got nothing but handouts when they got here, sir. So you come from a lineage of tethering people who got handouts. You feel me?
My
And
granddaddy worked in a fucking coal mine. What the fuck are you talking about?
stop it, sir. Stop it. Your granddaddy worked at Panda Express. I think your whole family, you got a whole bunch of Asians in your family. And you're just lying about being FBA so that you can seem edgy. I don't think you have any FBA. You probably have some Caribbean or probably some West African or something in you, but I don't believe anybody is FBA in your family. You dig? I believe your whole house smells like jollof and kung pao chicken. That's what your house smells like, sir. I don't believe anything you're saying.
Well, that's what that one compound. That's a Chinese dish, number one. So that
You
monkey ass shit ain't gonna work. So nice try on that. Number
know,
two, all this Jollof rice shit. I mean, what the fuck are you talking about, Trey? I'm really surprised because I thought you were more intellectual. And this is just like a troll session.
yeah, somebody who calls up talking about stick reparations up your ass. Oh yeah, that's the intellectual
No, because
conversation.
I'll say this because when you
You're not okay. Well, and that's another thing. You're not as intellectual as you think you are. You think you're one of these non FBA dudes who think you're the smartest guy in the room.
it's not, no, I
When
don't
you,
think anything.
yes, you do. You one of those guys. You think you're smarter than you. You hang around probably mushmouth Negroes so that you can feel like you are in a
Hey, Tariq, strangely enough.
no, ninja boy, stop it. You're gonna listen. You think you're the
Okay, go
smart.
ahead.
You're not. You're
Go
not.
ahead. Go ahead.
A fleeing tether who's fronting about his lineage and trying to sound like something he's not. You have an identity crisis, sir. And that's why you have so much vitriol towards foundational Black Americans.
I don't. I just know that when you ask for money, like if you ask another man for money, he's gonna want a blowjob in return. Black folks.
Well, sir, that's what you guys have gotten. And speaking of your Asian culture, y'all know what y'all do over there in Asian culture. Well, you're not a part of it because you got Black in you, so they don't allow you in it. We're not asking another man for money. We're demanding what's owed to us as men and women. You see, we didn't flee like your family did. See, when things got rough, yeah, they hopped on boats and left. Men don't do that. Okay? Men don't flee their ancestral homeland. You stay and fight for what's yours. Reparations is something that is owed to us. And as men and women who have dignity and pride in their lineage, you stay and you fight for what's yours. You dig?
At any rate, my grandfather's grandfather was a slave. He probably wasn't even a free man. That's
I don't believe it. And he was fucking on these white women. He was a coon, and so was the person on your mama's side or your daddy's side or whoever. They were running around fucking white women and Japanese women like the coons they were, and they gave birth to a little coon like yourself, sir. So you come from fleeing coons.
yeah, I
And
know.
that's why
I know, Tree, but listen.
and that's why you're talking like one. You're talking like a little fleeing coon.
Hey, Tariq,
Okay?
but think about how fucking hateful you sound. It's just a nasty.
No. Listen to you, sir.
That's
You're
such a
talking.
hateful, nasty fucking thing to say.
No. You come from coon stock, sir. Listen to you. Listen to your vitriol towards Black people. That's coon. That's from your coon granddad and coon grandmama and all of these coons laying up with all of these non-Black people. You dig? They produce little baby coons like you, and you know it. And you
I
know
don't.
you come from coon
I
stock.
don't know. I don't know. I know
Yes, you
that
do.
Tariq. Hey, Tariq, I've been following you since the Mackin days when you talking
Yes,
that
indeed.
watered down pimp shit back in the day. So you
And you've
changed.
been following it, and you've been following it and learning some game from it. And that's why you're calling up now. It ain't that watered down. You've been following it and soaking it up. And your little coon
Hey,
spirit
hold on, Tariq, and you took that water.
and your coon spirit is rejecting the game, sir. That's a problem.
You gotta let me talk sometimes, Tariq. This is getting ridiculous, dude. It's like, come on. I've been
Well,
watching you. Hey, I
no,
watch.
nigga, no, nigga. This is not Panda Express. You don't get to make an order and just shout out egg roll, kung pao chicken, and egg foo young whenever you feel like it. You're going to sit down and listen, sir.
Now here we're back to the
You can't
Chinese dish. Hey, you can't distinguish between Chinese and Japanese. That's for
you-
starters, Mr.
and you can't distinguish where we don't give a fuck. That's what you don't understand. Who gives a shit? Because we're foundational Black Americans, and that ain't got nothing to do with us either way or another. So anyway, sir, any last words, sir? Ninja boy, any
Yeah,
last
no,
words?
you had me double muted again. See, I'm just glad your people get to see how fucking hateful you are and just immature and
Nobody's
petty.
hateful. We saw you tell us to stick our reparations up our ass, and you're talking about hateful. Is that what you're trying to say?
No, I didn't mean to put it up your ass. I was just talking out to the unit.
Right. You were talking to all of us. You were insulting foundational
No, I'm
Black
not.
Americans
Well,
as a group.
if it came off that way, I apologize. I'm not. Well, why would I say that? I wouldn't even say it.
Well,
You're
it's
not
too
even
late.
offering. Hold on.
It's too late. I don't accept your apology because your hateful rhetoric has
Hey,
already gone.
see, the thing is this: I don't have to reject the reparations from you because you're not offering them. If anything, it was going towards the white man, whoever's paying the goddamn referee. I tell him he can shove it up his ass, not you. You wouldn't be.
Well, no, we're talking about the United States government. Y'all keep saying the white man, the white man. We're talking about the United States government. And if you think the United States government is the white man, well, the United States government is us. And we're exercising our rights as citizens. See,
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair
when
enough.
you don't flee, you get to do that. See, y'all have such a fleeing mentality. It's like,
I
okay,
tell you, Tariq, tell
let
you
me
that.
find your mentality is let me find some white folks. Ooh, I gotta find the white folks. See, we think a little different. So that's why we're not tethers and
No,
you are.
I was pandering to you guys when I said that. So
Got it. Anyway, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I appreciate your call. All right, Nina, but we'll talk later. All right, y'all.